Live from the beautiful sun-kissed island of Kauai, it's Animal Talking. Tonight, join Gary and his guests, Danny Trejo, Elijah Wood, and Greg Grunberg. And now, because apparently 3 shows a week wasn't already crazy enough, here's your host, Gary Whitta.
Thank you. Thank you so much. What a wonderful intro as always. Snowbike Mike, the ultimate hype man, and of course Adam. How are you, sir? Good to see you again.
I'm doing just fine. I'm very excited about tonight.
Was it? Were we really here just yesterday? Was it just yesterday that we were here? And now we're back here again.
It was late into the night, so it was almost today. In fact, I think it was today we were still here.
I know, right? Because we went late last night. The after party went late. It was crazy. I don't know if many people have noticed, but we actually have wonderful new theme music. It's the same theme, but I wanted to make a point of this. Kenny, the wonderful Kenny Fong, who composed and performed lead saxophone on that piece of music. After we you may remember, we originally found it on YouTube, and then we tracked Kenny down and officially licensed the music from him. So we got a better version of the studio audio from Kenny. And then he surprised me. What drops into my mailbox the other day, he said, hey, guess what? I went back into my studio, re-recorded, rearranged the whole thing. Here's an even better version, the 2020 version of the theme music, which was just incredible. So that's the music that you heard open the show. And it's like everything about this show, Adam, is constantly going to the next level. The theme music has gone to the next level. Speaking of going to the next level, I mean, you know, things are happening. Things are happening on this show. Here we are over at The Verge, published just today, and here's their headline: Animal Crossing is home to 2020's hottest late night talk show. Animal Talking is achieving what hosts like Kimmel and Colbert can't. That is right. We are doing things that no one else can do. We are doing things that no one else can do right now, and it is absolutely incredible. You know, as I've said before, you know, these so-called big boys, Kimmel, Colbert, Conan, you know, they can't put guests on a couch. They can't have live music. They can't have stand-up comedy. They can't have celebrity interviews because they're all stuck in their basement. Why? Because they live in the real world, which sucks. I don't live in the real world. I live here in the virtual world, in the metaverse. I can do anything I want. Just like the Matrix in here, Adam. I can. Last night we
anything.
I mean, I can't buy 2 jackets at once in Able Sisters, but I can do anything else. I feel like hit the drums, Adam. Come on, thank you very much. I can do anything I want. Last night we had T-Pain. He was here in Atlanta. I'm in San Francisco. You're in Canada. We had T-Pain in Atlanta. We had Billy from Christchurch, New Zealand. They were collaborating live on the stream. They're halfway around the world. What an age we live in. Yeah. It's magical. It's pure. It's absolutely magical. Last night we were on the front page of Twitch. We're back on the front page again tonight. Listen to these numbers. Listen to these metrics, Adam. 17,000 concurrent viewers at our high point. That's more than twice every other Animal Crossing channel in the category combined. That is ridiculous. 330. Wow. If you look at the numbers of everyone that came in and watched, and that's just people that were watching all at once. If you're looking at the number of people that came in and were watching like at any point, 339,000 total viewers last night. This show is going places. And speaking of the show going places, Adam, last night this show definitely went somewhere. And that place was completely off the rails, completely and utterly off the rails. And I gotta do this. There's a 12-minute highlight. We had a 3-hour show last night. T-Pain completely dominated. He dominated in every way possible, musically, intellectually, physically. Like his domination was total. And we put together. There's a you go to youtube.com/GWitter. All of the shows are archived there. You can watch the full episodes. You can watch the full 3-hour episode. You can watch the 12-minute highlight reel. But if you're really super lazy, I've got your back. We cut together just a real quick highlight reel, 3 minutes of T-Pain absolutely tearing up the show last night. I gotta share this with you. I gotta do it.
It's the right
Ladies
thing
and
to
gentlemen, T-Pain.
Boop, boop. get my coins. A bitch ain't playing.
I'm going to ask you to jump off the couch and open that gift right now.
Let's go! Oh my God! Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. What a treat it is to have you here.
It's pretty cool to be here, man. I got to tell you.
Oh my goodness.
We were the first ones in the neighborhood to have the PS1. That kind of made me a little popular, so suck a butt, everybody else. I don't want anything for this. I'm not here to promote anything. I actually want to do this.
What's going on over there on T-Pain's Island right now?
I will tell you what's going on real quick. Hold on 1 second, okay? Okay, so let me tell you about my life. I got to get to the airport so I can be on this talk show right now. And then on my way to the airport, literally everybody was like, yo, Payne! Oh, shit! Wait, no! I got shit to do! Y'all motherfuckers don't talk to me not one time.
Wow.
Any other time I'm playing. But the second that I would need to go to the airport, everybody wants to fucking talk. The weed man is on my island right now.
Marina? Who's Marina?
Marina, the pink octopus.
The pink octopus?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's dope. She's super fine.
Do you like her?
Yeah, nah, she dope in the face. She got that big old hole in the front of her face. It's pretty cool.
God. Do you have a...
They're actually in order in the way they are in your inventory.
Tori, and that's how they will pop into your head. Giving you the tips. Giving you the hot tips on the show right now.
No. I want them in order how they are on the wheel, bitch.
I will tell you after the show who else is coming on, and you're going to shit. You will.
I don't want to shit. What? I think more people want to see you play when you're terrible.
I mean, based on my viewership, that's not the case.
Payne, can I come over?
Absolutely. Come on, man. Fucking the guy that started esports. Me and him used to own a strip club together in Miami.
What? Ninja follows me on Twitter.
That's a ghost account, for sure.
I can't get him on the show, though, because he's got that exclusive deal with Mixer.
Also, he's a dick.
You think Ninja's a dick?
Yeah, fuck that guy, man.
Why?
Jesus.
Why? What's he ever done to you? Are you accusing Drake of being a fake gamer here on the show?
Have you seen Drake have a controller in his hand before or after that whole thing? Twitch.tv/T-Pain. And also, you can suck a butt.
All right, Payne, please, I would like to invite you now to kindly step off and allow the very talented, very handsome Billy to take the stage, and I promise you, he's gonna wow you.
Spinning a little couch takes time. Peace of mind is so damn hard to find.
How the fuck?
As the music mogul, the Billboard #1 best-selling artist, we got to ask you, what did you think of that performance?
That was fucking amazing, bro. Oh my God.
T-Pain,
I'm just gonna ruin
Chastity
this whole thing.
Vicenzio,
Shit.
very handsome Billy. I mean, I still can't believe that show. I still think that was a dream. Like, I'm watching the clip, and I still refuse to believe that show actually happened to us. I mean, that was absolutely
crying.
Unbelievable. The full show is up on YouTube. Please, go watch it. The thing I can't believe I did until I saw it the next day was, did I actually tell T-Pain to step off?
Oh, you did, and it's my favorite bit.
Oh my god. He was so what a guest. What a wonder. We must have him back. What a wonderful guest. What a wonderful guest.
Definitely.
Let's get the KK Jazz going here again. I don't want to waste any more time. I want to get straight to my first guest, Adam, because I'm so excited. If you wouldn't mind doing the little shuffle here.
This way?
If you'd like to step out, please, thank you. I like the out. What is this? A Matador outfit? What's going on here? Pool shoes
it's called
and
the suit of lights.
you look like a mariachi or something.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm very happy with it.
Let's just get on with this, because this fashion segment is not working for me with some of these style choices that you and Kate are making.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's definitely a Matador out. I mean, it matches, but
Look,
I mean, pool shoes.
Adam
Like,
looks
what
so
is going on?
cute.
I want to get straight to my first guest. I don't want to mess around. I'm so excited about this guest. I'm so excited to have him on the show. He is the star of so many movies. If you have a movie and you need an absolute badass tough guy in that movie, Danny Trejo's the guy that you want. And Danny's been in the Machete movies. He was in Con Air. He's been in From Dusk Till Dawn, Spy Kids, Michael Mann's Heat. He's done it. He has done it all. And I'm so excited to have him on the show. Here's why he's not just here because he's a celebrity or because he's got a book to promote. All of those things are true. But here's the number one reason why he's on the show. He plays Animal Crossing and he loves it. He wants to talk about it. He wants to come on. I said, Danny, get over here. Get over to the sun-kissed island of Kauai. I want to talk to you about Animal Crossing. I want to talk to you about your new book. Let's get him on the show. Please welcome to the show, Danny Trejo. Here he is. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe this is actually happening. Danny, I obviously know your work as an actor. You're a very accomplished actor. You've been in many, many amazing films. But what I was surprised to learn was that you are also a restaurateur. You own 8 different restaurants in the Los Angeles area, Trejo's Tacos, plus Trejo's Coffee and Donuts. How did this happen? How did you go from being an actor to this? I'm an actor. I call myself an accidental talk show host. How did you become an accidental restaurateur?
You know, everything good that has happened to me has happened as a direct result of helping someone else.
I love that.
And I you know what? I did a low budget movie as a friend, a producer named Ash Shaw that said, Danny, why don't you start a restaurant? Because he saw that I liked good food.
And the next thing you know, you're running 8 restaurants.
Trejo's Tacos.
Trejo's Tacos.
2 movies later, and all of a sudden, 2 movies later, he brought me a business plan. And me being the brilliant businessman that I am, I immediately gave it to my agent, Gloria, and told her to read it.
And the next thing you know, you've got 8 restaurants in Los Angeles.
And she said it was a good. We started with 1. It did good. And
I'm gonna show the book because here's where the story is going. I don't want to bury the lead. Trejo's Tacos has been a tremendously successful chain of restaurants. The coffee and donuts, because I love my coffee and donuts. I got to check that out next time I'm in LA once the lockdown lifts. But all of this has led to the recent publication of a new book called Trejo's Tacos.
Right.
And that was recently published by Penguin Random House. Here it is, Trejo's Tacos, Recipes and Stories from LA, a cookbook. And the audience right now can see me kind of paging through it. And it's a really beautiful book. What I love about it, Danny, is it's not just this amazing cookbook with all these great recipes, but it also seems like there's an element of it being a personal biography. And almost, I kind of feel like it's a little bit of a love letter to Los Angeles, where you were born and raised. Am I getting that right? Tell me about that.
Absolutely. It's a walk through Los Angeles with food. And grew up in LA, and we used to ride the streetcars all over, and we'd eat food all over. My mom was a great cook, so I kind of learned how to cook.
Do you like to cook? Do you enjoy cooking? Are you good in the kitchen?
I want to cook, but I got restaurants. I eat for free.
I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite dish in the book to make? If I'm going to make one thing in this book, what would you recommend I make first?
You know what? I would say try the grilled chicken burrito.
Oh my God, that sounds fantastic. I haven't had my dinner yet. That sounds fantastic.
And if you're vegan, or the cauliflower taco.
The cauliflower taco. I mean, I'm not vegan, but even that sounds good. Danny, when we did our pre-interview, I asked you how the restaurants are doing.
Jackfruit is delicious.
Jackfruit? Oh my, isn't that the one that's really smelly, or is that the durian?
It's like carnitas, really. I love it.
I do like carnitas. Danny, I asked you during your pre-interview when you were here on the island the other day how your restaurants were doing during the lockdown. Curbside pickup and takeout only. Obviously, no one can sit in restaurants right now. And you told me an amazing story that during the lockdown, Danny Trejo's restaurants have not only kept in operation, but you've actually been doing amazing work in the community. I think you told me that so far you've delivered something like 500 free meals for the homeless, and that you've also been delivering free meals from your restaurants
every day
to hospitals all over the LA area. Tell me about that. That's amazing what you're doing.
That's what we do. We've paired up with a couple of different restaurants. We work with the community, which which is like 12 restaurants put together, and we are able to give out like 500 meals to different hospitals and different homeless shelters and everywhere we can.
I think that's wonderful. I think it's so great that. So here's what I love about you, Danny. I think with all the charitable work that you do, I know you're also a tremendous advocate, a tremendous animal advocate for animal rights, and you love dogs, and I think that I love dogs. That's great too. And you play Animal Crossing. I think what we're really getting to the bottom of things here, Danny, is that you're on screen. You're a big tough guy, but deep down, I think you're a big softie. I think you're a big teddy bear.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't. Oh. God, there went the rate. The rate just went down.
Yeah. I don't know.
Elijah, help me out here. You know, the rate just went down.
Elijah's not here to help you yet, Danny. He's not on the show yet. It's just you, just me and you in the arena. Danny, I'm gonna get to Elijah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I gotta just say that, you know, my whole life, it's like I know the good Lord just wants us to help each other, and I think He's just really putting us. He got mad at us for messing up the planet, so they sent us all to our rooms, you know, because right now we've got clean air, clean water, because everybody's being real cautious, you know, and I think this is the way we're supposed to live. You know, this isolation. God, I did 18 months in a hole in Quentin, so it's not anything. Most of my friends have spent, you know, at least 18 months in the hole. So this is just, it's best. You know, people are trying to save our lives right now.
Seriously, like when Ellen DeGeneres is sitting around in her mansion going, "Oh, this is like being in prison." Give me a break.
I think it's funny. I mean, it's like, wait a minute, man. We got everything. I got my dogs. I was in a 6x10 cell, dark. You know, I mean, we were there for 18 months, and it's like, are you kidding? Mario Castillo, my assistant, he did 4 years. You know, so it's like in a cell. So what is wrong? We got food. We got our pets. We got exercises. So I don't know. I guess it's just a different time, you know. But
yeah, I mean, this lockdown's nothing for you, right? Again, you did time in a maximum security prison, like sitting around at home. You can do this standing on your head. 4
maximum security prisons.
4 maximum security prisons.
Yeah, so it's not. I mean, this is what, you know. Like I said, it's like you know, I thank God somebody's trying to keep us safe, because if they weren't, we'd all be out catching this stuff.
The good news, Danny, and I'm glad to report this to everyone watching us around the world right now, is that the weather has cleared over the island of Kauai. We're finally getting a better satellite signal, and we now have very good audio from you with no delay, so we can continue the interview without any more technical glitches. Yes, Danny, what's up?
Gary.
Yes, Danny, I'm here.
You did. Hold on.
Oh my God, what's he doing?
Rogue. No, you did Rogue One.
I was one of the writers. I didn't did it. I was one of the writers that did it.
Hold on. You put the first Mexican in space.
Diego Luna.
Yeah. Okay. Now you had to pick the prettiest Mexican in the world.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy, Danny. What do you want me to tell you?
What about us mean-looking guys? You know.
Look, Danny, let me tell you something. I don't have any clout at Lucasfilm, but let me tell you something. If I could wave a magic wand right now, Danny Trejo as a badass bounty hunter in the Star Wars universe, I think a lot of people would want to see that.
Yeah, let's get Danny on The Mandalorian.
Let's get him on The Mandalorian. I'm gonna call Filoni right after the show. We're gonna get him on. Let's make it work. Listen, oh my God, he's loving it. He's loving it.
I can't even do the sounds for the movie. Okay?
We got it. You can do your own. You do your own sound. Who needs Skywalker sound? Danny does it all. He's doing it all himself. Oh my God, I got to do it because you know I'm tight with Filoni. Right? I got to call him. I got to get Danny on Mandalorian. How about the Mexalorian? What about that?
Yeah, all right. The
Mexalorian. We're gonna get it done. I'm gonna pitch it.
Mexalorian.
The Mexalorian. We're going to make it work. So Danny, I'm excited. I'm excited to pursue these projects with you. But right, well, here's what I'm really excited about, Danny. We are actually able to announce on the show tonight. We cleared this with you and with your people before we came on the show. So I hope this isn't a surprise. Everyone told me this was cool. So Danny, we had an idea that we pitched you, and I'm very excited to hear that you're going to be taking part. Everyone is so delighted that you're playing Animal Crossing and hanging out with your friends, your animal friends over there on Trejo's Island. Machete Lorian. There's another one that someone in the chat just suggested. That's a good one. I like Mexalorian, Machete Lorian. We can do it all.
My friends, Snake is a pink ninja rabbit. Okay. And
you have a friend called Snake who's a pink ninja rabbit?
on my island.
And are you friendly with him, or do you have beef?
Hell, are you kidding? A pink ninja rabbit, and Flo is a penguin with bedroom eyes. What you watch? Check them out.
Well, I mean, again, and this is why everyone wants to be in the Animal Crossing world and not in the real world, because it's so much better than the real world.
It's so much fun, man.
It's so much better.
I'm sitting there, and everybody's asking me, "What's wrong?" Shut up! I'm playing and giggling. You know what I mean? So it's not like I said. I'm not killing a whole bunch of people.
You do plenty of that at work, right? That's your day job. You want to come home and relax. You want to come home and relax and do something else.
When they gave me that business plan for the restaurants, and I gave it to my agent, I said, "Here, read this, Gloria," because if it's a script and it don't have 5 killings in the first 3 minutes, it's no sense in me reading it. Me and Jessica Alba killed 4 people in the first 2 minutes of a movie.
My favorite movie, Danny, and I'm sure you've done so many you don't even remember every single movie that you've done, but I'm a big fan of Michael Mann's Heat, where you played one of the bank robbers on Robert De Niro's crew. What a badass you were in that movie.
Listen, that movie moved me. That movie moved my whole stock up. Just working with De Niro and Pacino. And it's funny because my death scene, Robert De Niro actually asked me, "Hey, Dan, how do you want to play this?" And I kind of said, "I don't care, Robert. What do you think, man?" And he told me, "Danny, I think you're dead. You're already dead. You just got enough in you to beg me to kill you."
Right. And give De Niro the name of the guy that did it to you, right? That's what I remember.
But for a split second, I wanted to say, "Nah, Bob, I don't think so, man. I got a different."
I'm going to give you some credit. I don't think you got enough credit. That death scene, Danny, was brilliant. Like I remember this the way you went, "Wayne Grove," before you died. That was just bad. It was just amazing. I get chills every time I see that scene.
Honest to God, my mom and my daughter, that's the one scene they can't watch in all the movies that I've done is that one. There was a lot of. You look really badly. They beat you up really bad makeup wise in that movie, right? For that death scene. Amazing. Everything was amazing. You know what? When you get hurt bad, like when you get a bad busted eye or something, you actually get chills. You kind of go into a little shock and get chills when you get hit in the head with a blunt object. And with the makeup, I looked myself in the mirror and I actually started getting chills.
Oh wow!
Like my mind told me you're fucked up, buddy. Yeah.
Because the makeup was so good, right? You didn't know the difference between the reality and the makeup.
I looked in the mirror and my mind said, "Boy, you're fucked up," and I started getting chills. So it was that real.
I love it. I'm putting the link to Danny's book back in the chat, and I'm gonna just flash it up on the screen again right now because I like to cook at home, and everyone's cooking at home right now because we can't leave the house. I got to make sure that I get a copy of this Trejo's Tacos. I'm really excited about it. But Danny, here's the thing. Here's what I'm most excited about. I am excited to reveal live on the show with you right here by my side that we are going to be introducing a new feature going forward on the show. Everyone is so delighted that you're playing the game. They want to hear about you playing the game, but I think we want to take that to the next level. So I pitched you an idea. I was delighted to hear that you have taken me up on this offer. Danny, are you ready for this, Adam? Can you do any kind of drum roll on that thing over there?
We can do this.
There you go. Danny's doing the drum roll.
Danny's the sound guy. Danny, you do the drum roll.
That's good enough. And in the green room earlier, weren't you actually doing a pretty good like Animal Crossing character voice? You were doing that too.
I always do.
Do it. Let's hear it. Oh my God. So okay. So here's the scoop. Here's the scoop. Oh my God. You do it all. I love it. I love it. Here's the scoop. I'm ready to announce this right now with Danny sitting right next to me on the couch. Danny Trejo. And we don't know how many times we're going to do this, for how long. We'll basically do it until Danny gets bored of it, or we whatever. We're going to see, but we're going to try something new on the show. Going forward, Danny Trejo is going to be a new correspondent on Animal Talking. We're going to have a new segment on the show in the near future called Danny's Diary. And Danny is going to be taking us around his island, interacting with his animal friends, narrating it, telling us about what's going on in his Animal Crossing world. And that's going to be, and we're going to edit it all, we're going to pre-record it, edit it all down into a nice little pre-recorded clip package. And maybe it's every week, maybe it's every couple of, obviously we've got to accommodate Danny's very busy schedule, but we're going to make it work, and we're going to do this recurring segment on the show, Danny's Diary, Danny and his animal friends on Trejo's Island. Danny, I hope you're as excited about this idea as I am.
Yeah, I'm pulling myself off the ceiling right now.
Well, I can tell you the audience is loving it. They can't wait for the first episode of Danny's Diary. As soon as this episode's over, we're going to get straight into pre-production on the first episode. I really can't wait.
Gary is really funny. Gee, Dan, I hope you're excited about being in the most popular video game the damn world right now.
Yeah, how can you not be excited? How can you not be excited? Everyone in the chat is so excited that you're going to be doing this. They can't wait for the first episode. And so we're gonna get to meet the pink ninja snake. Is that right?
Absolutely.
And who is it? Who has the bedroom eyes? I forgot who that was.
Oh, Flo has the bedroom eyes. It's a penguin with bedroom eyes.
Flo the penguin. All right. I mean, are you thinking about making a move? Like what's going on?
No, Flo's just a buddy.
Okay, all right, just friends, I think that's the right attitude. I do want to move on to my next guest. Danny's been a great guest, and he's going to stick around because I think he's having such a great time. He's going to stick around for as long as he wants to do so. I hope he'll stick around for the end of the show. I know he's going to want to stick around for my next guest. Another Animal Crossing legend. This to me is the S tier, the top tier of guests that we have on the show. We have big celebrities, we have people from all walks of life. Some of them play Animal Crossing, some of them don't. But the number one box that I want to check when you come on the show, and that's why Danny's here, that's why my next guest is here, is are you a genuine Animal Crossing fan? We don't want any posers or fakers here. We want the real deal. Danny's the real deal, and my next guest is very much the real deal as well. He recently made headlines with his Animal Crossing antics. We're going to get into that in just a moment. But I'm so excited to say this. Please, he was probably our most requested guest. So many people wanted him on the show. Please welcome to Animal Talking, Elijah Wood. So here's the trick, Elijah. Walk into the arm of the chair. Here's the trick.
That's it.
There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. All right.
Yes. Hello, Gary.
Oh my God, Elijah! How lovely it is to see you again. We did a pre-interview about a week ago. That was delightful. But now here you are, really on the show.
I know, this is incredible. I've been looking forward to this.
Oh my God! You know what? I'm so embarrassed. I forgot to put Danny's Chiron up. I had a thing that says live with special, and I even forgot to put the word guest in. It just says live with special Danny Trejo. But you know what? He is very special. There we go. Live with special guest Elijah Wood. There he is. First of all, let me ask you, Elijah and Danny, have you two met before? Have you ever done a movie together before? Have you worked professionally, or is this your first time meeting?
No, this is the first time, and he's coming to my restaurant, bringing his family and some of his friends, and we're going to hang out. Got That's that, right. Elijah?
Yep, you got it. After all this craziness.
I might wait. You're not leaving me out of this, right? I'm invited too, right? Obviously.
Oh, you absolutely.
Okay. Just checking.
Well, we've both worked with Robert Rodriguez.
Elijah, you didn't answer me.
What's that?
He wants you to confirm you're going to his restaurant.
Oh yeah, he really wants you to confirm.
Yeah, confirmed. Absolutely.
It's gonna happen, Danny. Don't worry, Elijah. So here's the thing. Danny discovered video games late in life, and I think it's wonderful that he's discovered Animal Crossing. It really goes to show that it's never too late to discover the joys of video games. But you, I know that you are a long-time video game fan. Before we even get onto Animal Crossing, Elijah, tell me about your own history with video games. Have you been playing video games since you were a little kid?
Oh yeah. So my brother's 7 years older than me, and so we as a family had, I think our first game system was a ColecoVision, and then it was either Atari first and then ColecoVision, but one of the two, and then the first Nintendo system, and then from there on out, we had every iteration of Nintendo, then PlayStation. We were never a Sega family. Like I think we had Sega CD briefly, and the Dreamcast, which is a favorite system of mine.
Oh, I love the Dreamcast.
The Dreamcast was
Crazy Taxi. I couldn't get enough of that game.
Yeah, and do you remember that game Jet Grind Radio?
Oh,
I loved Jet Grind Radio. Yeah, of course, loved
The
it.
music was so dope.
What a soundtrack!
Inline skating and graffiti. It was so fun.
It was the best.
So yeah, I mean, games have been a part of my life since I was super young, since I was 6 or 7.
Same here.
Yeah, and then computer games too. Like when I was a teenager, all of the LucasArts games were really big. So like, well, God, what am I thinking of? Like Maniac Mansion, like a lot of the Tim Schafer stuff. Honestly,
You know who's on the show tomorrow? Tim Schafer.
I know, and I've been able to work with Tim a couple of times, which has been such an honor. I'm such a huge fan of his games.
That's great. That's great. I'll be sure to tell him that you said hello when we see him here tomorrow morning. So tell me about Animal Crossing. Is New Horizons your first Animal Crossing game, or have you played the game? I know there's the GameCube version, 3DS.
Yes, I dabbled a little. I had friends who were really into the first iteration, which was GameCube, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that was my introduction. But I didn't. I think I may have bought the game and played it a little bit, but I had friends that were obsessed with it and would actually, because at the time, GameCube was not an online gaming system, so you would put your island on like a save card, and then you would take that or whatever your land that you built, and then you would take that to your friend's house, plug it in, and then like take a train, if I remember correctly, between your land and their land, and you could visit your friends that way in such a beautiful, like analog way, which I thought was the coolest thing. But I never got heavily into it. So this really is the first time I've done a deep dive in the game.
I love it. And you're loving it, right? You told me you're playing it every single day.
Oh, I play it every day. Yeah, I love it. And I got a Switch Lite for my lady, so she's also playing it. So we are a full Animal Crossing household at the moment.
What is it that has got its hooks into you? I mean, a lot of people, everyone's talking about how Animal Crossing's having this kind of cultural moment because of the situation out in the world. Everyone wants a distraction. They're stuck at home. They want to go to this nice fantasy world. I mean, I feel like the game would be popular even without that. But I've said this a million times. Like, this game came out at exactly the right time, just when people want like to put a smile on their face. Animal Crossing is the game that has done that. The right game in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, it is kind of weirdly zeitgeisty, in the sense that it's also this very peaceful place for people to go to every day that gives you a set amount of tasks that are relatively relaxing and calming and somewhat mundane, but you become obsessed with doing those tasks, be it, picking all of the fruit on your island and selling it for as many bells as possible, or fishing and, filling up your accomplishments in regards to how many fish you've caught, or going to Blathers and donating all those things. There's just, there's never nothing to do. There's always something to do. And I think and it's relatively simple. It's not complex. It doesn't ask a lot of you, and it's I don't know. It's really enjoyable to like build out your house and buy clothes, and the achievements are really great. Like when Nook's Cranny upgrades to a larger store, and suddenly there's more. Like all of those little achievements, which do come relatively quickly, although there is a degree of patience in the game, are just super enjoyable. And there's also, the ability to connect with friends, which is the nice thing as well. Like, I've got a text thread going with a group of friends, and there's a constant, sharing of what we have in our stores so that other people can come to each other's islands and share the things that we have. The ability to socialize within the game, I think, is also taken it to another level.
Oh,
and
totally.
and given the fact that, we're all social distancing and we're all kind of on this lockdown, it really has genuinely provided outlets for people to connect in ways that they wouldn't otherwise be able to, or that they're not otherwise able to. So, I went to a birthday party on someone's island.
Oh man, that's so cute.
All of their friends showed up, and so that, over the course of an evening, all these people were showing up in the island to wish the person happy birthday. I've heard of people. I read an article where there was someone who had a funeral on Animal Crossing.
Oh, wow.
Remember, like, it's kind of remarkable the ways in which people are using it to connect with people as well.
I mean, you're sitting inside one of those ways right now, Elijah.
Well, look, we're doing a talk show in Animal Crossing.
I know. I'm telling you, Kimmel, Colbert, they can't get you on a couch right now. Only I can. Only I have that technology. I mean, that's not true. Anyone has it. I'm just the only one actually bothering to do it. So Elijah, tell me. So you live in Animal Crossing. You live on the island of Driftwood. Tell me about your island. What's it like? What are you working on? What's important to you on your island?
Right now, I am trying to. So my strategy is to earn as much or save as much in my bank as possible, so that I don't then have to worry about finances, and I can just terraform and I can start designing. So I've not done a great deal of designing. I only recently got the ability to construct paths and to change waterways and to terraform various levels. So that I've only just recently been able to do, and I've not done any of it yet, largely because I kind of want to amass a large amount of bells so that I then don't have to stop. Like, I can do all the things that I want to do. So
Right.
That's been the focus. I've not really designed my island that much.
And are you, like you said, you want to make money? Are you in the turnip market? Are you looking to speculate on turnip futures? Because that is the way to make big money in this game.
Oh man, the stock market. So yeah, that's been my weekly obsession. Yeah, and
Now-
I kind of made headlines accidentally. I just wanted to sell my turnips, and I was looking online on Twitter to sort of see various turnip prices that people were posting. And this woman named Jessa, I can't remember her Twitter handle.
Yeah, that was Jessa or something. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. So I DM'd her and I was like, hey, would you mind if I visited your island and sold my turnips? And she said yes. She gave me her dodo code, and I went over there. And
I love it. And of course, you didn't expect this to happen. We talked about this when you did your island visit last week. I mean, you're aware of your celebrity. You know, you're a famous person. But did you expect? I mean, I'm gonna go to the screen right now. Here you are on CNN. Elijah Wood visited a stranger on Animal Crossing to sell turnips and make friends. Like, what? I mean, did you expect to get this kind of publicity? It's crazy.
Yeah, no, that is crazy. Oh, that's so
I mean,
funny.
that blew up big time. What I loved about it, Elijah, was not just that you reached out to a stranger on Twitter to go sell your turnips, which does demonstrate that you're a serious player of the game. Like, you got to get those good turnip prices.
You got to get this.
But a lot of the coverage that I saw was based around the fact not just that you did it, but you were just so lovely and polite and like asking very so politely, may I pick some flowers, and telling Jess that she had a lovely island. You were just like the perfect island guest. You were just this wonderful. I mean, I don't know. It seems like you are just this very lovely and polite person in real life, but certainly in the game, your manners were just impeccable, and I salute you for that.
Thanks, Gary. Well, look, you know, if it were real life, I would also, you know, I would want to be polite. I wouldn't just go to someone's backyard and start picking apples from their tree. I would ask. So in the same way, you know, everyone, we all have put a great deal of effort into our islands, and I think if anyone were to come to your island or mine, I would want them to extend the same courtesy. So
I think just like in real life, you're a guest in someone's home, right? And
That's
so
right.
you should treat it that way. Unlike Mary Kish from Twitch, who after she was on my show went and shook my money trees, took all my bells, and then bragged about it on my message board.
What?
I'm telling you, I'm still really annoyed at her. She's not giving me my money back. I'm following her around her streams, typing in "give me my money." She blocks me. She's not. I don't think I'm getting that money back. I'm not happy about it. Elijah, Jessica, I think it was Jessa or Jessica, the person whose island. What was she like? Did you interact with her much? Was she a nice person?
We did. We didn't do because you can with your phone you can do actual
Text
live
chat,
feed.
right?
So we were just texting via the we were just texting, not actually doing the voice chat. Yeah, she was lovely, super lovely. I was just very appreciative that I could sell my turnips.
Did you make a killing? Did you? What? Do you remember what her price was?
I did pretty well. It was over 600. I think I made $1 million. I mean, it wasn't crazy. My brother is a player now. He made, I think, on his sale yesterday, 7 million bells from selling his turnips. He bought 1.8 million bells worth of turnips and turned it around for definitely over 5 or 6 million bells.
Oh wow!
And you can only carry 4,000 bells at a time. Mm-hmm. So on the turnip exchange, he went to this island multiple times to sell.
Oh yeah, I've made like 3 trips to an island to sell because I bought so many turnips. I was going crazy with the turnip. I went turnip crazy, Elijah.
I sold my
now
turnip.
I just do 1 load at a time.
Yeah, I mean, once you amass a certain amount of bells, you don't really need to keep doing multiple trips worth.
Right. Now, the thing that bums me out. I mean, here's what I think the real. Like you touched on the social aspect, Elijah. It's nice to go to other islands and sell turnips, but the really nice thing is that you get to meet people and connect and make friends in this game, and there's a social aspect. The thing that really bums me out is that, like, you don't really get to talk to Nintendo's never done voice chat very well. I mean, they have it on the phone app, but it sucks. There's nothing in game, so all you really get to do is like type in, hey, nice turnips or whatever. Like, you can't have a real conversation, and that kind of bums me out. And so I've been thinking about that, Elijah, and I wanted to do something special for you on the show because it's so lovely that you came here, and I'm so happy that you came and joined us on the show. I'm just going to get right to it. We found Jessica, and she's here right now, and she's going to come down the stairs. Yeah, Jessica, whose island you visited, she is here right now. Please welcome to the show, Jessica, Elijah's turnip dealer. She's crazy with the excitement. She's crazy. Jessica, how are you? Is her audio working? It's looking grayed out. Do we have it? Do we have her audio?
We're gonna find out one moment.
Let's find out. Adam's doing the technical. Jessica, do you hear us?
Am I here?
Jessica, thank you and welcome to the show. Please take a seat on the couch.
Hello.
Wow, this is incredible. Hello.
Hi. Oh, hi. Hi. Nice to meet you.
It's
Danny's moved. Jessica, Danny's very politely moved. Why don't you cozy up on the couch next to your new BFF? Elijah, we try to create these kind of Ellen DeGeneres moments on the show. Again, the only difference being you are allowed to look me in the eye. But
oh my god.
I didn't mean to put you in a tight spot here, but like Jessica seemed very lovely. We tracked her down. We said, "Would you like to meet Elijah?" He came to your island. It went viral, and so we thought we'd put you on the couch together here and give you the opportunity to actually meet in person, so to speak, in this virtual space.
Oh, that is so cool. Hello, it's very nice to meet you officially.
It's nice to meet you as well.
Thank you again for letting me on your island the first time.
Well, thank you for surprising me on my island.
So wait, you and your friends are all massive Last Jedi fans, is that right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It seems to be the case, and I'm sorry, but I've actually been timing out people because they're all in here going Rian Johnson, Defense Force, and The Last Jedi is the best movie ever made. And I don't disagree with those things. Rian Johnson's a very good friend of mine. I adapted The Last Jedi as a graphic novel for Marvel Comics, but I thought we were getting raided by Rian Johnson like super fans, and I've been timing them out. I didn't realize they were Jessica's friends.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, those are my friends.
Oh, that's amazing.
I have
your Twitter
some Rian
handle is
Johnson
directed by
warriors.
Ryan. You're a big Rian Johnson fan, is that right?
Jessica, my name's Danny Trejo. I'm really glad to meet you too.
Oh my god, Danny! I'd forgotten he was here. I forgot Danny was here. Let's get him in.
Danny, I really liked Spy Kids.
Spy Kids. Wow, that means you're too young.
What is going on?
Danny, I think Robert is directing at least one episode of The Mandalorian this season.
Oh, Danny, why didn't we connect those pieces? That's how we get you on The Mandalorian through Robert Rodriguez.
Hey, I'm definitely calling Robert.
Oh my God! Let me tell you something. If I had the choice between Boba Fett or Danny Trejo coming after me in the Star Wars universe, I would take Boba Fett every day and twice on Sunday. Because I don't want Danny Trejo coming looking for me, like tracking me down for Jabba the Hutt or whatever. That's not a situation I want to be in. Go ahead, Danny.
I spank both them characters and send them to their room. So
no question.
It's okay.
no question. Jessica, tell me a little bit about you. First of all, just in this specific instance, what was it like for you? How did you react when Elijah Wood, this very, very famous person who's been in all these big movies, reached out to you and wanted to come to your island to sell his turnips?
Well, I was just told by my friends that if I posted high turnip prices, then I could possibly turn a profit with tips. So I was like, oh, all right, I'll take advantage of this. And I just happened to post it with DM me for my dodo code. And almost immediately I got this influx of people DMing me. Yeah, and I went to my request DMs, and amongst it was a verified user, and it was Elijah Wood. And I'm in a group chat with my Rian Johnson / Animal Crossing friends. And I was like, Elijah's a Rian Johnson warrior. And so I was like, we have to put him at the front of the line. He has got to come to my island. Of course, all my friends were there too. So when he showed up, we were all just crowding him at the airport. I felt so bad because I was like, he probably just expected to come sell his turnips, and we're all like social distancing meet and greet king.
You guys were all so sweet, though. It was really amazing. I
felt bad. They kept hitting you with their nets, and I was like, stop.
It's true. It's true. I forgot that detail. They kept hitting me with the nets, and then chat bubbles popping up. King. It was beautiful.
Wow.
It was a very, very warm reaction that I did not anticipate.
I hope that didn't make you regret going to the island, Eli. Sounds like you were very polite, but it sounds like Jessica's friends were quite rude.
No, they were great. They were super sweet. And this is actually incredible. I'm sure he's taken it down now. But Ryan, so right before I left the island, I said, long live Rian Johnson. Okay. And then I left via the airport. And I think, Jess, did you take a screenshot of that?
Oh, yeah. My friend got a screenshot of you saying it. Everybody freaked out.
So then Ryan put that as his Twitter banner.
Oh, wow.
I don't
know why I haven't reached out to Ryan yet. He's a friend. Maybe he'll do the show. We should get him on here.
Oh, you should definitely get Ryan.
I'll hit him up. I'll hit him up tomorrow. I'll see what he's up to. Again, no one's doing. This is how we get people on the show, Elijah. I called up Colin Trevorrow. I said, "What are you doing Friday?" He said, "Well, I'm supposed to be directing Jurassic World, but I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs." I said, "Well, come on the show." That's how we get people.
That's amazing.
Elijah, we Jessica and Elijah, and we do like to have magical moments on this show, and I'm glad that we were able to bring this nice surprise. There were supposed to be 2 surprises for Elijah, but Elijah went and ruined one of them, didn't you, Elijah?
I did. True story. So Gary sent me a gift.
No, Jessica sent you. This was from Jessica. I just passed it along.
Oh.
It's okay.
Now he feels worse.
Okay.
worse.
Oh, I do feel worse. Oh man. Okay, so this is the true story about how I fucked it up. So I open up my mailbox and I get this gift that says, "Don't open until you come on the show."
Yes, it was very, very clear in the instructions, Elijah. Do not open until showtime.
So this is what happened today. I was gathering all of my turnips.
As you
to
do.
Sell. All right. So I had gotten myself on the turnip exchange. I was in a queue, and then I was trying to empty my inventory to make as much room as possible for turnips. So I was putting everything in storage, and then I clicked on the gift because I just wanted to put that in storage. And you can't put a wrapped gift in storage, as it turns out.
That's correct. Yes, you cannot store a wrapped gift.
I did not know that, and I clicked on it, and it just immediately opened the gift.
Okay, so it wasn't like you were the greedy kid at Christmas who couldn't wait to open his presents. It was an honest mistake.
I just was trying to put it in storage so I could make room for my turnips. There's a real theme here with me and turnips.
I'm sensing that.
Yeah.
I hope you liked it. Your electric scooter.
Dude, Now, does that have anything to do with the meme that was going?
Yes,
around?
I believe so. I believe so. I'm gonna put it up on the. I'm actually gonna put it up on the screen right now, just in case anyone's not familiar with this. I'm just gonna throw it up on the screen right now. There's a very, very popular image of Elijah from. Elijah, where is this from? Do you know when this picture was taken?
Yeah, that was taken at Fantastic Fest in Austin, Texas, 2 years ago. Or it'll be 2 years ago.
And it's somehow gone viral, right? I've got it up on the screen right now. It's you hopping along on a little electric scooter. Yeah. You seem absolutely delighted, and it went viral. People have since photoshopped it into all kinds of things. You know, you seem to stumble into all these viral things without realizing you're doing it. When you sell your turnips, when you ride a scooter, next thing you know, you're all over the internet. You're just setting the internet ablaze no matter what you do.
That photo was taken by Robert Cargill, our mutual friend.
I like Robert Cargill was the one who introduced us for the show.
That's right. So Cargill took the photo and he showed it to me and he was like, "Hey, can I post this on Twitter?" I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. Do whatever you want to do with it. I don't care." It just turned into a thing.
What a mistake you made.
I know. So, long story short, Jessica, I thought very thoughtfully, found an electric scooter in the game, just like the one you were riding in this famous photograph, wrapped it up, gave it to me to send to you. You were supposed to unwrap it live on the show. That didn't happen because your finger slipped. I get it, but I hope you appreciate the thoughtfulness behind Jessica's gift.
I certainly do. And as soon as I opened it, it was a giant facepalm because I recognized what the reference was.
Right.
I used to tell my parents.
Joke.
I used to tell my parents. I used to tell my parents my finger slipped. That's how I opened that present by accident.
That was my favorite joke. You know, we always tell jokes at the end of the show. And that I think that was my best joke that I've told so far. I'm actually getting since you guys are both Rian Johnson fans and we're all Star Wars fans here. Adam, I don't want to hear anything out of you. I'm telling the joke. Elijah, I'm going to tell you this joke. Are you ready?
Yes.
Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker are celebrating a family Christmas together. And here's the thing, Adam. I'm going to do it with the voice this time. It's going to be even better this time around because I'm doing it for a famous person. Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker are celebrating a family Christmas together. And Luke Skywalker says to Darth Vader, "How did you know what I was going to get for Christmas before I even opened it?" And Darth Vader says, "I felt your presence."
Don't encourage this, Elijah.
I'm telling you may not like it, Adam, but my jokes are funny.
That was cool. Look,
Danny likes it. Danny's liking it. He's digging it's just you, Adam. It's just you have poor taste in comedy. Everyone else likes my jokes. Jessica, one thing that I thought was really cool. We were talking earlier about how Elijah, and this teased this up so perfectly. Elijah was talking about how Animal Crossing and the virtual world of the game has kind of subbed in for a lot of the things we can't do in real life. You know, we have a virtual talk show right here. There are virtual weddings going on. And Elijah even touched on the idea of virtual college graduations without realizing, in fact, Jessica, that you indeed had an Animal Crossing college graduation. You graduated from college recently, and you actually had a graduation in Animal Crossing. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so a lot of my friends sent me awesome gifts in the mail, and we set up this cool little podium area with a stage and an audience. And we had my friend Caroline was also graduating with me from Texas A&M, and I was graduating from Rowan University. So we made the symbols of our school and put them on cute little like canvases. And everybody came over and we just had a celebration. My friend Chelsea was introducing us. We all got on stage in our cap and gowns and everybody was clapping. So that was like a great substitute for an actual graduation, I suppose.
I love it. And you know what? And Jessica even brought a little video that we're going to show right now. It's like a little 30-second video. It's so adorable. I want to show. Here's actual footage from Jessica's college graduation that took place inside Animal Crossing.
There I am.
Wow.
Yeah. Very nice.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
Those are all my friends. Those are the Ryan Johnson Warriors that you silenced in the chat.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh yeah, and I'm going to UCF this fall for my grad program in Florida.
That is
absolutely
nice. That is absolutely adorable. Who was that crying in the front row? They were really emotional.
That was my friend Jen. She's actually here with me right now.
That's great. What do you, and what did you I'm sorry. What did you graduate with a major in? What's your college thing?
So I graduated from communication studies, and I'm going to UCF for rhetoric and composition. It's like an integration of persuasion and media.
What do you want to do with your life?
I want to work in space exploration.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Like, do you want to be an astronaut or do you want to build the spaceships? Like, what do you want to do?
Well, so because space exploration's being privatized right now with Boeing and SpaceX and Blue Origin, they probably would benefit from effective communicators that could bridge the gap between the private and public sector. Because, I mean, space exploration is going to 100% rely on like public interest and success of missions to be able to even launch. So that's what I want to do.
Jessica, the chat is like standing you. Forget Ryan Johnson. This is now a Jessica Stan channel. Mike, everyone's loving this. I love it.
Fictional space and real space all the way.
Space Queen. You have been anointed Space Queen in the chat. Everyone is standing you so hard right now. Elijah, do you have any idea when you went to sell your turnips that you'd end up meeting someone so interesting, a future space pioneer?
I definitely did not. All I wanted to do was sell my turnips, and look what's happened.
Look where it has brought us.
Sorry.
It's incredible.
Someone in chat just said we stab a space queen. I'm quite sure they meant to say Stan. I don't think anybody wants to get stabbed. That would be a different vibe altogether. Hey Adam, you know I don't like to do it, but I'm going to do it. 18,000 people watching us live right now. That's a new Animal Talking record. That is a new Animal Talking record, and that is a testament to the star power and the likability not only of the great Danny Trejo and of Elijah Wood, but also of let's give Jessica her due here. I think she's give her some credit. A couple of weeks ago, she was just a regular person living her life on Twitter, trying to make a living selling turnips, and now she's sitting on a couch as according to The Verge, the hottest talk show of 2020, in between Danny Trejo and Elijah Wood. I mean, what a moment!
Do a spin.
She's so excited. She's so excited. She can't get enough of it. I do want to bring on our next guest. Oh my God, everyone. You know what? Why not? I'm in. Danny, do you want to spin with us?
Danny,
do you want to spin around? Let's do it. Let's spin. Oh, I'm loving it. Let's get it. Let's do it. Oh my God.
Saturday Night Live, I break dance.
This is it, Adam. This is the new peak. I thought T-Pain was the peak. I was like, how are we going to top this? Well, this is how we do it. This is how we top it.
I hope someone tunes in right now and is like,
God,
what
can you
in the
imagine?
hell?
Can you imagine? All right, back to my shit. That was. I'm dizzy. I got a little dizzy. It's gone to my head. That was incredible. I do want to bring on my next guest because he's been waiting very patiently. He's a tremendously talented and accomplished actor. He's like that guy that you've seen in everything. He was in Lost. He was on Heroes. He was on Alias. He played Snap Wexley, the X-Wing pilot in the new Star Wars movies. He's done it all. And now, adding to his resume, as we reach a new audience peak here on Animal Talking, please welcome to the show, and I'm so happy to have him here. I'm a big fan. Please welcome to the show, Greg Grunberg.
Wow, what a nice introduction. Thank you so much.
Come
everybody.
join us, Greg. Come join us.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There he is. There he is.
That's right. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Greg. Please take a seat on the couch. Pull up a chair. We'll get you seated.
This is my cardio. Here we go.
There we go. We got you. Greg, usually, I must apologize. Are you watching the stream right now? Can you see what's going on?
I was, and then I had to. I'm watching on the same devices that I'm plugged in with my microphone, so I didn't want to have the two, so I couldn't see. I did dress up for you.
You did. I mean, you like Colin Trevorrow before you specifically requested a tux. That actually might be Colin's tux. I don't think we've even had a chance to dry clean it yet.
No, this is my bar mitzvah tux. I haven't had it on for years, but it still fits. I was able to squeeze into it, even though I am cooking a banana bread every day. And I'm trying to give Danny a run for his money, but I can't. I love everything that Danny is making, everything he has in his restaurants, his donut shop. Dude, have you been to a Trejo's Tacos or the Coffee and Donuts place? Yeah. No, I've been to both, and what I love about the tacos is that you expect. I don't know why. I would expect just the most authentic, delicious tacos ever, which they have. But then they have like Middle Eastern tacos and different. It's just so cool for me when I go to a restaurant. I want to experience the artistry of the chef. I want to know that the chef is passionate, the chef cares, put in the time. When I go to an average restaurant and I pay a lot of money, I hate it, and I just feel ripped off. And I have like, and my family, we're foodies too. So when we go to a place like that and they have like these different things, and you clearly see that there was science and experimentation and passion that went into every dish, crafting them and choosing them for the menu. Come on, are you kidding me? Do I look like a guy who doesn't love to eat, even in this tuxedo?
And what do you like about Danny's place? Do you like the food, the service, the ambiance? What's it got going for it?
The food I love. I just love. I'm a taco guy for sure, and I just, like I said, I like the experimentation. I like the different types of tacos.
Well, Greg, when me and Elijah come down to Danny's place to check out the restaurant, and you got to come with us. Let's make it a party.
I would love it.
Come on down, but just remember, I've had my mustache longer than you.
That's very true. You're right, and I bet I can. Do you still get food caught in your mustache, Danny?
Where'd he go? He might have some caught in there right now.
Yeah, exactly.
His mic is back.
I would love it. I can't wait. Let's do it.
Let's make it. And I got to get this cookbook. I mean, we can make some of this food right here at home because we're not going anywhere right now.
There's another place. Wait, I want to ask Danny. Danny, have you been, or Elijah, have you guys been to? There's a place downtown LA called Bar Ama, A-M-A. This chef Joseph Centeno also takes like street food. It's all Mexican food that he from his grandma. And it's a sit down place. He's got like 5 restaurants in LA, but it's another one of those places that just, he just cooks up the most delicious. He has like a puffy taco and different, he mixes it up like you guys do.
That sounds great. That sounds wonderful.
Danny's
Greg,
speechless. He's speechless.
I know. He's there. He's listening.
Okay.
Greg. Greg.
Yeah.
You have to get over to Trejo's Tacos pretty quick, Holmes.
Dude, I'm
there.
there.
Get over there. Let's bring T-Pain. We'll trash the place.
Exactly.
Like he trashed my goddamn set last night.
Yeah.
So everyone seems to be getting this invite to Trejo's Tacos. Danny, perfect. Didn't want to, force your hand.
Stop checking your texts, Adam. No one's inviting you to Trejo's Tacos.
He pays a friend of mine.
Perfect.
Greg, all right, let's try to get this show back on the rails if we can. God, Jesus Christ. Greg Grunberg. Now you told me you like to be called Grunny. Is that right?
Yeah, everybody. Since I was a kid, everybody's called me Grunny, and then my kids
Grunny.
are
Grunny.
Grunberg. Grunberg. Yeah. So Grunny is my nickname, and my dad.
Sorry, Greg,
when my dad was in the military, he got the nickname years, way before I was ever born, and so we're carrying it forward. But people like to call me Grunny. Yeah.
I just realized someone in chat, Driver Sphinx, just pointed out this is terribly rude, terribly rude. Everyone's inviting themselves over to Danny's taco place, and no one's inviting poor Jessica. Danny, would Jessica would she be welcome to join us for this taco party that we're planning?
Excuse me, I was going to ask Jessica special, but you just ruined it.
Exactly. You jumped his line, Gary.
Elijah's opening his gifts before the show. I'm stepping on Danny's invites. Let's try and okay. But we can confirm that Jessica is invited to Danny's taco party. All right, I'm excited about that. All right, that's good.
Absolutely.
So Greg, you like
Yeah.
to be called Grunny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna now. I don't know. Please forgive me if this is rude, but I feel like this is something that. And please correct me if I'm wrong. This is something that happens a lot. When I told my wife that you were coming, I said Greg Grunberg's coming on the show, and she said, "Who's that?" And I showed her a picture. She went, "Oh, that guy!" Like then she instantly. Is that a thing? Like your face is more recognizable than your name. Like everyone knows you. They just need to see your face. Is that right?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I mean, with this mustache, they call me Trejo a
Yeah,
lot.
his wife said, "Guy, he's got a mustache like Danny Trejo."
Exactly. Look, I've been playing character actors for a long time, and I'm not I don't have a name like Danny Trejo. I haven't been in everything on the planet, and
Right.
but I've been fortunate enough that I play that kind of character that people. The best friend. People come up to me all the time and they'll say, "Do we go to church together?" And I'm like, "No." And then they go, "Do we? Wait, high school?" I'm like, "No." And then I finally get to the point where I go, "I'm an actor," and then they go, "Nah, that's not it." And I'm like, "Listen, trust me." Is
it like a constant thing where you're at the market, shopping or what? I mean, obviously not these days because no one's leaving the house, but like back in the before times when you were going to the market or whatever, is it like a thing where like people are nudging each other and going like, where do I know that guy from? Like, is that a thing that happens to you?
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, it happens all the time. And a lot of times for me, it's someone will be engaged in a conversation and then halfway through, I can see on their face they're like, Oh my God. Like, I mean, I'm sure Elijah and Danny get immediate recognition. For me, it's like, I'll go up and down the aisle at a baseball game a couple of times. And then suddenly, people are like, "Oh, I know that guy." So it takes a little while. But
now what I obviously I'm very familiar with your work, Greg, because I've seen Heroes and Lost and Alias and the Star Wars movies and many of the things that, and that's just scratching the surface of all the things that you've been in. Your IMDb is like 1,000,000 miles long. You've done so much stuff. I mean, maybe it's not that surprising considering that you've done a lot of work, in the kind of the JJ nerdy sci-fi fantasy kind of world. I was at Fan X Salt Lake, which is a terrific comic book, fan convention out in Salt Lake City. I was there a couple of years ago. I was doing some Rogue One stuff, and I saw that you were doing a panel. Greg Grunberg was doing like a showcase, like just you up on stage, just talking about your career and your work and answering questions from the fans. And I got to say, I mean, maybe I shouldn't have been surprised, but I was. I walked, and it was a huge room, and you had it packed out. Like you had a lot of fans that were here to see you. And it wasn't like you were on like a Lost panel or something. It was just you, the Greg Grunberg panel, and it was packed out with all these super fanboys and fangirls. Your character's getting very full of himself right now. I can see.
Yeah, I've been really lucky, man. I mean, it's I have good friends that want to work with me over and over again, and I've had. Heroes was a big shot in the arm to my career, and then of course Star Trek and Star Wars and all that stuff. So it's when you go to a Comic-Con, that's the heart of it. I mean, that's where most of my work is in that world where people are just, fans and they take it. And I'm one of them, man. I remember when I was a kid, by the way, you didn't even mention J.J. Abrams, who is brilliant filmmaker and everything. He's my best friend. And we've known each other since we're 4 or 5 years old. So
that's awesome.
So I came up as his best friend and we always wanted to work together. So as an actor, you're more waiting for the director producer to hire you, obviously, if you're not making your own or trying to make your own stuff. And so I've just been fortunate that a lot of my friends have been working and then they like working with me. But in that world, I'm just as much of a fan boy as anybody else. I did a movie called Big Ass Spider. That thing gets more attention than, other things that I've done. It's just, you never know what's going to hit, Right. And these guys, I mean, Jesus, man, you guys have done some of my favorite stuff. And
we've got Star Wars, we've got Lord of the Rings, we've got Machete, and we've got all kinds of amazing geek celebrities on the set right now. Greg, I want to ask you something, but first of all, I have to stop. I'm terribly sorry. I just realized And, it's not really my fault because I don't pay attention to Adam usually. But I just realized what he's been doing. Every time a guest comes on, Adam changes into cosplay of that guest. When Elijah was on, he's dressed up like Frodo. And now that Greg's on, Adam's dressed up like Snap Wexley. Look at him.
That's awesome.
Right.
I can't see. What are you wearing? Are you in an orange
he's wearing like a Resistance fighter pilot uniform, and frankly a rather sad cycling helmet, which is apparently the best we could do for a Resistance fighter pilot helmet.
Are you sure that's not the outfit he wore when he got a DUI and he had to clean the side of the freeway?
I mean, I wouldn't be. I mean, it's kind of it's closer to that than it is.
Adam, thank you. I appreciate it.
It's a tribute.
No, we appreciate you.
What did you? No, I missed it. What did you do when Danny was on? Can you wander back into that?
It was a tank top and black pants. I was as close to machete as I could get.
And I mean, but were you using a wand or were you actually changing clothes?
I would just have the clothes in my inventory.
Okay. Can we see the Frodo again real quick? Because I thought I didn't appreciate it the first time.
Yeah, so the Frodo had
You got a tattoo, didn't you?
No, unfortunately, there's no tattoos.
We can't do the tat. We're working on that. Okay, there's the Frodo hair. I'm liking the hair.
No, that's not the Frodo hair.
Oh,
that
it's
was
not?
the machete.
That's
hair.
machete hair. Okay, all right.
That's
the Frodo hair. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
This takes time.
Okay, you can do it. You can do it.
Take the shoes off.
Okay, now we've got Snap Wexley in the nude. Apparently,
Yeah.
we're getting there. You guys have got to get a wand next time so you can do this much more quickly.
Well, I needed to do custom ones too.
Oh
so
right,
this
yeah,
is
okay.
A custom,
There's the Frodo. Elijah, are you seeing this?
Oh, I love this. This is great. This is really great.
You got to give me a play-by-play. I can't see what you guys are talking about.
I mean, imagine. I mean, let me shorthand it for you, Greg. Imagine the worst Frodo cosplay you've ever seen in your life.
All right.
So, Greg, Adam, please return to your corner and resume your duties, whatever they are.
Elijah, it is a custom design that one of our stylists community created for us. I'm blanking on her name. I think her name was Kim. I will double check.
Thank you, Kim. What a tribute. What a tribute.
Yeah, Kim.
Greg, so I wanted to ask you about your fans. So again, when I saw that you had so many fans at Salt Lake, it led me to think about the question I want to ask you now, which is you have all of these again, when you go to a comic book convention or a sci-fi convention or whatever, everybody knows who you are because you're associated with all these big kind of nerdy sci-fi, whether it's Star Wars or Heroes or Lost or Alias and all kinds of big ass spiders, all kinds of other stuff. Is that something that you like, that kind of nerd appeal? Is that something that you cultivated, that you wanted to do in your career, or did it just kind of happen by accident?
Well, I mean, I'd like to say that it was my choice, but again, as an actor, I take the work as it comes, and I almost never say no. So, it's just sort of added up. When you do something in the genre space, other people that have projects, they want familiar faces to those fans. So that's what it's been for me. And then, of course, it's no mystery. All of JJ's projects, Felicity, Alias, Lost, I've been in all of those, Star Wars, Star Trek. And man, I picked the right guy to be friends with in the sandbox when I was 5 years old. I'll tell you.
Wow. I mean, I got to ask you about that in a minute. Trust me, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to want the inside scoop on JJ.
but like I said, it's just wonderful. It's so great that whole world has expanded like it has. I've been able to travel all over the world and meet all kinds of incredible people. And now I'm doing this virtual stuff. I'm doing a virtual Comic-Con this weekend on Saturday morning. It's called HomeCon, and we're doing a Heroes panel. We're getting all the Heroes actors together.
Nice. And are you doing that over Zoom or something? How's that going to work?
Yeah, we're doing it over Zoom, and then they have these. You can purchase like 5 minutes in a private one-on-one meet and greet with me, on Sunday. So they're selling those now. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm just excited to sort of do it, and I did a different virtual con, and it was great. Just engaging. I'm sitting at home. I'm sick and tired of my family, man. I gotta see some other faces out there.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, tell me about it. No, I like those families. So Greg, my wife might not have known your name. Again, she certainly knew your face when she saw it. She may not have known your name, but let me tell you something, Greg. My wife's friends in her Facebook group certainly knew who you were. Because when she posted on her Facebook that Greg Grunberg was coming on the show, it sparked a feeding frenzy among these women. I've never seen anything like it. I'm going to put it up on the screen right now. Look at this.
Where were they? Where were they when I was in high school? Where were these women when I was in high school and college?
I
What
got
happened? I don't understand.
So here it is. I blanked out the names to spare their blushes. I have such a massive crush on Greg Grunberg. Heart.
It's the mustache.
I came here to say this. Like, I mean, look at all this. Look, I mean, Greg, are you aware of this? That you've got all these thirsty female fans? Because it seems like on Facebook they seem to be climbing up the walls.
I'll tell you the
mustache.
It's the mustache.
and also, by the way, in the gay bear community, I am wildly popular.
Oh,
as well.
really? You're a bear?
Oh yeah. Oh
I mean,
yeah. No,
how do you? Does that make you happy? I mean, how do you feel about
oh,
that? Is that something
fans
you
are
wanna lean into?
fans. Yeah, my
Yeah,
wife
fans
is
are fans, right?
Mustache.
It's the it's the mustache.
It's the mustache.
It's the mustache. Yeah.
It's the mustache.
It's wonderful. Are you kidding me? It's amazing. But it's nothing.
Also,
like
Gary, those texts were supposed to be private.
Yeah.
I did blank.
There you go,
Greg.
There you go.
I want to ask you about. I do want to ask you about J.J. Abrams. Well, obviously, you know, I've worked on the new Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
You obviously have as well. Jessica's a big Star Wars fan here. We've got, you know, Danny coming up in the Mexalorian very soon as a Mexican bounty hunter chasing people down. I'm very excited to see that. But I wanted to, obviously, your connection to it comes through your good friend JJ. You know, I was going to ask you how you became his best friend, but you already told me you've been childhood friends. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, we met in elementary school at Roscommare Road Elementary School in LA, and then we had just we both had just these vivid imagination, and he is such a brilliant everything, and he's just a Renaissance man. He can play music by, you know, just by ear. He can draw anything. He's very artistic, and back then we were making prank phone calls, making spoof commercials. Like, you know, you look at some of the work he's done. Super 8 was you know, kind of inspired by all that stuff that we used to do when we were kids. And it was also Matt Reeves. I mean, Matt Reeves and JJ and me and a guy named Mark Sanderson. All of us is a small group of these young filmmakers. And I'll tell you a story that was crazy. So I'm just the goofy friend actor, right? I always want to be an actor, so I'm acting in all these silly little things. 9-year-old Greg Grunberg and a 12-year-old me, and, you know, whatever. Anyway, JJ gets the attention of this public access TV, Gerard Revell. He was highlighting and showcasing young filmmakers, really young, and had JJ on and had Matt Reeves on and Mark Sanderson. That's how they all kind of met. Anyway, it was so popular. Steven Spielberg's one of the people working with Steven Spielberg, Kathy Kennedy, reaches out to Spielberg says, Steven says, hey, you know what? I have all of this old film, 16 millimeter, 8 millimeter, whatever, and it's all damaged. It needs to be spliced together. Reach out to these kids because they're doing it. They know how to do it. They have the machinery that, you know. And so JJ gets a call from Kathy Kennedy saying, can you please essentially, you know, paste and fix all of Steven Spielberg's movies from when he was a kid.
Oh, wow.
So I remember JJ and Matt sitting in JJ's room, and I'm there, and I said, and they're discarding little pieces of film that were, you know, damaged. They would splice two things together. And I said, let me just have a little piece, just a little thing. You're throwing it away anyway. And they're like, nope. And they put everything back and they gave it back to Kathy. That memory. And then now to know that JJ's worked with Spielberg and obviously Kathy Kennedy is running everything. It was just, you know, it's just amazing to see that all come full circle. But more than anything, people always say to me, they're like, oh, you're so lucky with your career. Forget all that. That doesn't matter to me. He is literally the best person and friend anybody could have. I've been through, you know, our family, my oldest son has epilepsy. So we've been through seizures and brain surgery and, you know, thank God he's doing great. He's, you know, he works at Bad Robot with JJ and Katie and everything, but he's doing great. He's 23 now, but we've gone through, you know, you go through those major things in your life and you really need someone outside of family and spouse or whatever that you can lean on, that you can talk to and really get the straight, opinion and someone that can hold you together. And JJ has, you know, we're like brothers. And that to me is worth everything in the world. All the other stuff is, you know, all that other stuff comes and goes. You'd be so lucky if you had a friend like JJ, like I do.
I want to ask you about that a little bit more in a moment. But first of all, Elijah, I want to come back to you. When I was kind of going around the room there and saying, well, I've worked on Star Wars and and Greg's worked on Star Wars. Someone in chat just pointed out something that I apparently didn't know, that you've done Star Wars as well. You were a voice actor in Star Wars Resistance. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, that's.
Oh
right.
my God, who did you play? Who was your character?
Oh my God, I'm now forgetting his name. How that is.
Well, I mean, were you a good guy or a bad guy?
I was a bad guy.
Oh, really? Playing against type.
I know. I was going to say that must have been fun.
It was super fun. Yeah, it was super fun. He was kind of like the way that he was written. He was written to be sort of not obviously bad. Like you could kind of see where he was coming from. He didn't necessarily. He just wanted to like be on the right side, and for him, it was not the Resistance. It was the New Order. So
right.
It was
That's cool.
Jace, right?
What's that?
You played Jace.
Jace. That's right.
Danny, like, because I've had the opportunity to play like a really bad guy once, a guy who kills a bunch of women, and he's like a.
Oh, I didn't mean to clap for that.
No.
Yeah, what,
and I didn't. It was no. But Danny plays. You played a bad guy a lot, and and again, I'm not saying this because I'm here. You're one of the best actors we have. You are so brilliant, dude. Do you ever get you're playing a role like that, and you just say, I want to take a break from this. I can't play these guys because I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy being in that headspace, being in that, torturing women and fake killing them and stuff. I didn't like it. I was like, I want to be on set, having fun, laughing, having a good time,
Is Danny there? Do we have him? I know he's got his mic muted right now. I think he's muting his mic so he doesn't accidentally talk over people. There he is.
I'm right here.
There he is. Do you ever get sick of playing these bad guy characters, Danny?
Bad guy dies and the check clears.
There you go. There's an actor right there.
There you go.
Oh my God.
The essence of an actor right there, as espoused by Danny Trejo.
The project I'm referring to, my check didn't clear. Maybe that's what it was.
Mate, that's where you're going wrong, Greg.
Yeah, probably is.
I don't have to shave my mustache. And
So Greg, first of all, on the Star Wars issue, I want to ask you. I mean, you probably knew before anyone else because JJ's your buddy. But let me ask you this: when you first heard, however it was that you found out, I'm sure you knew before anyone else. But when you first heard that JJ was going to be directing the new Star Wars movie, did you immediately think, "Oh, I'm going to be in a Star Wars movie," or did you, or was it like not a foregone conclusion out of the gate that he was going to put you in the movie? So
we talk every day, right? Like I said, he's like my brother. We talk about everything, and he told me there was a possibility of it, and I was so excited, and there was incredible pressure attached to that. I knew that a guy like JJ, I knew he could handle it. But again, it's something that was so near and dear to us when we were growing up. I mean, it molded me. It was one of the first things I remember. I came out of the theater with him when we were 12. And I remember first time I ever talked about a character beyond what I had just seen. Like, what was the history of that character? Where could that character possibly go? How are these characters related? What that shocking moment, this and that. I don't remember talking about films like I did Star Wars. And so it meant so much to me. I was so excited. I was like, dude, this is amazing. And remember, he had brought a couple other franchises back, right? He did Star Trek. He did Mission Impossible. So he's such a brilliant storyteller. He has his own stories he wants to tell, but I knew how much it meant to him, and I was really happy for him. Having said that, though, the second I heard 10 minutes later, I'm begging him. I'm like, dude, we love working together, right? He's like, I know where this is going. I said, no, let's talk. And I'm trying to get him to commit to at least think about writing a character for me. And so, when he told me that there was a role for me, I want you to fly out to London, we're going to shoot, it's going to be amazing, he wouldn't give me too many details in The Force Awakens. So I really didn't know. They asked me for my sizes. They didn't try anything on here. It was all going to be done there. I flew out a week in advance. And when I got there, the cast and everybody, they were all in a Chinese restaurant downstairs. And I remember walking down the stairs, and Larry Kasdan is sitting there with the cast, and JJ. Yeah, Larry Kasdan's there, and Kathy Kennedy, and all of these kind of unknowns. I didn't know. I knew Oscar. I didn't know him, but I knew of his work. And who's there? They were all there, but I didn't really recognize them. And Larry says, "Hey, there he is, Snap Wexley." And that was the first time I had heard it.
First time you heard your name?
Yeah, he saved it for that moment. And for me, being a Star Wars fan and knowing that there's a name like that, I didn't care if it was, there's Snap Wexley, he's going to be doing craft service. I didn't care.
It's a cool name.
Yeah, I'm like, are you kidding me? And then to go to wardrobe, then they told me what it was, and then to get fitted for that suit that Adam looks so beautiful in. You know, it was just so awesome, man. It just so
Greg,
lucky to
Greg,
be.
Greg, since you're here and since we have this shared, sorry, who's talking right now, Jessica?
Oh, sorry, it was me. I was just saying dream. That's incredible.
I've got my own version of this story. I got to share it. So I feel like Greg's teed me up perfectly here. So we obviously both worked in different capacities in the new Star Wars movies. Greg was in the new Star Wars movie as Snap Wexley, and I was a co-writer on Rogue One. And so since you're talking about fittings and X-wing pilots, I've got to tell you this story, Greg. You'll like this. I pestered Gareth, the director, all the way through. Like, you got to put me in the movie. Like, just a walk on. Like, I'll be like Rebel technical engineer number 57 that you see for like 2 seconds in the background. Like, that would have been enough for me. And Gareth says, "Yeah, don't worry about it. Like, when the time comes, we'll hook you up." And the time came, and I'm standing on the Yavin Rebel base. And when I walked onto that set for the first time, I almost cried because it was like walking back in time to 1977. They had recreated it so perfectly. And I hooked up with Gareth, and Gareth is obviously very busy because he's directing the movie. He says, "Yeah, go over to wardrobe. They have these big tents, these massive tents set up outside. Go over to wardrobe, and they'll hook you up." Excuse me while I cough. Excuse me. So I go over to wardrobe, and they said, "Well, what do you want to do?" I said, "I want to be a good guy. Like, I want to be a rebel." And they said, "Well, do you want to be like a rebel soldier, a rebel commando? Do you want to be a pilot?" I said, "I want to be an X-wing pilot." This is the dream. I mean, this is the dream, right? Because you got to be an X-wing pilot too, right? It's so cool. And so I said, "I want to be an X-wing pilot." And they said, "Okay, let's get you fitted." And they have all the the X-wing outfits hanging up on these racks. Now the problem is, Greg, I've lost quite a bit of weight in the last 6 months, but back then, a few years ago, I was quite heavy and I was carrying a lot of extra weight. And so they bring out the biggest suit that they have. And like I can barely zip it up. Like I'm like walking around like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz, going like, "Oh, this is gonna fit. It's fine. I can make it work." And they're like, "No, it's not gonna work." And I was like really bummed out. And I thought, "Oh my god, if I don't get to be an X-wing pilot because I'm too fat, I'm gonna have a complex for the rest of my life." I was so worried about it.
Oh, by the way, that's the exact same story that I had. But
the difference is, Greg, you're an actual actor, and they fitted you with a suit. I just had to go with what they had on the rack.
Oh, that's true. That is very true. No, but mine, I mean, they definitely had to, they had to open it up a little bit and to make it comfortable. And then that vest, I mean, they had to adjust it. No, that's crazy. So you were not able to be a pilot?
No, Greg, I haven't got to the good part of the story yet. Trust me, we're coming to the punchline. So there's actually 2 punchlines, and they're both very sad. So one of the wardrobe supervisors says, "Actually, you know what, though? We might have something that'll fit you." And so they have all. So what they did, Greg, they had all these on Rogue One because it was like directly, related to Star Wars. The first movie, they had what they called legacy doubles, who were basically pilots that were meant to look like the pilots from the original film. And so they were fitted out with like these funky 70s wigs, and they basically found all the extras pilots from the original movie and came up with what they called these legacy doubles, pilots that looked like that. And they said, okay, so they said we might have a suit that will fit you. And I said, "How's that?" And they said, "Do you know who Porkins is?" And I was like, "Yeah, the fat one." And I said, "Well, his legacy double is not here today. He's not working. He's working tomorrow. His suit is here. Try that on." And it fit me like a glove. And I'm wearing the Porkins flight suit, the helmet and everything. It's all mocked up. It's exactly perfect of the original movie.
Oh, that's so good.
And then, so that I get to do my scene. I get to be this very courageous X-wing. I called myself Red Zero. That was my call sign. I'm walking back across the Yavin tarmac like something out of a goddamn Michael Bay movie, leading a squadron of X-wing pilots back from some daring mission. I walk right by Felicity and Diego, like right by them. Like it's gonna be my big moment. I go over to Video Village. I look at it. It looks incredible. I look the part. I look like a hero. And they cut the goddamn scene out of the movie, Greg. They cut it.
I was also cut out of a Star Wars movie, so it's okay.
Wait, what? How did that happen?
I was cut out of a Star. I'm totally kidding. I've never been in.
Yeah, you just weren't allowed to be in one in the first place, which is, I guess, kind of the same thing.
So by the way, my character, so Snap actually, JJ, he would throw me these all these jokes. And I was a bit of a character where like Leia lays into me. Carrie's like, "Come on, what are you doing? Hey, snap! Don't do that." It was a great character to play. So you can imagine there are so many things that ended up on the cutting room floor. One thing, by the way, should be a T-shirt. When in The Force Awakens, there's this moment when Boyega they're fighting, and all of a sudden the X-wings come down and save the day, right? And he's like, "That's my man! He can fly!" And he's doing that huge thing. Right. So right before that, they showed all of us taking off on that mission. It wasn't originally a surprise attack.
Okay.
So we take off and we have this great moment, but they couldn't show it because it wouldn't have been a surprise. In that takeoff moment, Oscar says, "All right, everybody, snap, let's go to light speed." And as I'm clicking around in the cockpit, I say, "Is there any other speed?" Which is one of the best lines ever.
All right. I'm liking
from the
it.
movie.
I'm liking it.
Movie. Yeah.
So I always say my character died heroically on the cutting room floor. But Gareth did very kindly. He slipped me a still frame from the cut scene, which I have. I'm never allowed to show it to anyone, but it's like I have it for my own personal, what might have been. Moment.
Okay. This tees me up for a question I have to ask Elijah and Danny and you. What did you steal? We all steal shit from sets. What did you steal that you've kept as a memento? That is the machete? Does Danny have the machete? Was that presented? Did you steal it?
Oh, I mean, I would want the machete if I was Danny. That's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Danny, do you have the machete, Danny?
Do you have the machete? Is he there? Do we have him still?
He's around.
I think he's just pulling up.
I've got 8 machetes.
There he is.
What's that?
Go ahead, Danny. Go ahead, Danny. The floor is yours. Do we have him? Do we have him?
Machete.
Oh, he's got it.
A machete.
Okay.
A machete, just not the
8
machete.
Or 8 machetes.
Okay.
I've got 8.
Oh, 8 machetes.
I've got 8 machetes.
I love it.
Let me tell. So for me, Greg, I'm actually trying to pull up a picture of it right now. I'm not sure if I will be able to, but I'm trying. They don't let anything on the security on those sets is no joke. Like incredible, I remember, like for the rebel soldiers, like in order to get to check out your weapon, you had to check in your driver's license, and you only got your driver's license back when you checked the weapon back in. So also, if the weapon was missing, they knew exactly who had taken it. Basically.
Yeah.
So I absolutely did try to steal things. I was not successful. Rebel, Lucasfilm security is way better than Imperial security, and I'm trying to find the image right now. It's here somewhere. I'm almost there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put. So a couple of things I'm going to show you. This is actually from my speech that I gave at Penny Arcade Expo last year. And it's not very high resolution, I'm afraid, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to mute the audio. Let's see if I can find this right here. So here's me on the Yavin base with my co-writer John Knoll, which was pretty sweet. Again, that was the Yavin set that they rebuilt so perfectly. There's me with Rain Roberts from Lucasfilm dressed up in my that's the Porkins flight suit that I was just telling you about next to the X-wing fighter. And then this last one here. Hold on, where is it? It's going to come up in just a second. Let me see. Where is it? It's here. Oh, actually, okay. Here it is. Those, okay, so Greg, I don't know if you're looking at the screen right now, but these are these are the real, legit, those are the Death Star plans that I'm holding right there. And I did, in fact, try to steal them in what would have been a very meta moment. But they weren't going to let me get away with it. The prop guy was not having any of my nonsense. So, in fact, and look, I'm just a writer. Nobody cares about me. No one gives. The directors and the stars all get lovely gifts. The writers don't get nothing. Let me tell you, they don't get nothing. And so all I got away with was that Scarif beach where that battle takes place. A lot of that was actually filmed at a place called Bovingdon, which is just a part of England, like southern England, where they trucked in hundreds and hundreds of tons of sand and built a fake stretch of beach. And the best I couldn't get the plans. They wouldn't give me anything else. I'm taking something, and this is the saddest thing I've ever done, Greg. But I'm going to admit it to you right now in front of 14,000 people. I got a Ziploc bag from Craft Services, and I filled it with sand. And I said, I've got sand. I've got sand from the planet that they stole the Death Star plans from, and I still have it in a jar.
Awesome.
That's all I've got. That's all I could get is a jar of dirt.
That's awesome. I love it.
Great.
Elijah. Elijah, do you have any? Do you have like a favorite thing from your movies, like a favorite
really
keepsake?
Any rings? Any rings?
Yeah, any rings?
I have one of the rings. I've not stolen anything. I mean, I've gotten everything through legitimate channels, but I have a pair of feet from Lord of the Rings. I've got a clapper, a slate. I have Sting as well, the sword.
Oh, cool.
And I have a map from Bag End. So there's a
Oh,
map.
wow. Yes, Danny.
Elijah, what's a legitimate channel?
That's a good point. Danny doesn't know about legitimate channels. He only knows about illegitimate channels.
Just, asking permission, gifts. Some of these were actually given to me as gifts.
Yeah.
Having finished principal photography, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I don't get that. I don't get a gift at the end of the project. I just get the sack. That's what writers get.
Right.
That's why I'm moving into producing, because they never fire producers.
Right.
They're unfireable.
Doesn't matter if you ask a grip.
All right.
There you go. Danny with the inside track. Danny with the scoop. That's what you got to ask the grip.
There you go. That counts as legitimate.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Greg, and please don't think that everything that I've asked you about so far is merely a prelude to this, the real question, because it's not. I'm thrilled to have you as a guest, but I got to ask you. You're here. JJ's your best buddy. Think he would do the show? Could we get him on? Do you think? Would he dig this?
He would absolutely dig this because it's so different and so cool, so inside, and you've had really cool guests on. So I can't speak for him, but I think he would probably be interested in at least considering it. I mean, I just asked him.
Would you be willing? You just asked him? What did you just text him?
No. I asked him to be in The Insiders, the series that I'm doing right now.
Okay.
And he was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I don't think right now. I've got 17 series and 48 movies I'm developing.
He's a very busy man. I was actually at Bad Robot for a meeting recently, and I glimpsed him. I glimpsed a momentary glimpse of JJ, and it was amazing.
He's just that glimpse was amazing.
Just that glimpse. I felt creatively energized for a month just from that glimpse.
Well, that place.
Okay, so Greg, I'm not going to twist your arm. No, I am going to twist your arm. It's my show. Greg Grunberg, would you be willing, as our Animal Talking ambassador, to ask JJ if he would appear on the show, and having told him that you had a wonderful time on the show? Because, of course, that's exactly what's happening, right?
Of course. Absolutely.
I love it. Let's get him on the show. Let's do the JJ episode. Maybe we'll get him on with AOC. Let's do all the initials, JJ and AOC on the same show.
See, that would be really interesting. I'm sure he would love that. He's a huge AOC fan, as I am.
You talked up JJ quite a bit. Is it possible that JJ's interested in more friends? Because
do you want to be JJ's friend?
Best friend?
Sure, I'd be his friend.
The position's taken, Adam.
Yeah, exactly.
If you haven't been paying attention, JJ already has a BFF. It's Greg.
That's right. Exactly.
Back off.
So I'm stuck with Gary?
You're stuck.
That's right.
I'm not your BFF. Where are you getting that from? I'm your boss.
Oh, no.
By the way, Gary, I just sent you a poster for this new.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's a low budget, but really doesn't look low budget. Really cool movie that I just finished. I produced it. I'm one of the stars of it, and I forgot to mention it to you before in the pre-conversation we've had, but I stole a lot of stuff from this movie. That's why I'm sending.
So you sent it to me via text, but I'm going to do a little bit of magic here, and I'm going to get it up on my PC right now so we can show this because this is a really cool poster. While I'm doing this.
Yeah,
it's called Max Reload Nether Blasters. The title already, I'm all in. Tell me about the movie.
It's really appropriate for Twitch, for the audience that's watching right now and beyond. It's called Max Reload and the Nether Blasters. I wrote my buddy Kevin Smith into it. Joe Reitman is in it. There's a bunch of really great people in it, but it's all about this video game arcade, this video game console game, and the cartridge that was lost way years ago. So I play the guy who developed the game. I became way too big for my britches. In the 90s I was just blowing everything and blowing my life, not blowing everything. Sorry, that was I didn't mean to say that. Anyway, these kids, modern day kids, come across in a game store. They come across the cartridge and they unleash the evil out in the world. And it doesn't feel low budget. It feels so cool. And we had so much fun. Two brilliant filmmakers, Scott and Jeremy from Cineforge Media in Arizona. they called me up, and this is what I mean by, I meet people in the most incredible places through Comic-Con, through online. And I met these guys, and they sent me the script. Their passion showed. And I said, yes, I jumped in, went there to Arizona, made this movie, and I'm so proud of it. And it's coming out soon. And I stole the weapon. I stole everything. I said, this is going to be
this is a great poster. I'm looking at it right now. And here's what I'm seeing. Kevin Smith's in the movie. Martin Cove from, Karate Kid is in the movie. I mean, it's all these amazing people. It's got a very kind of 80s retro synthwave kind of vibe that I love. What a terrific poster. You're looking very cocky and full of yourself. And here's what I like about it. Greg. It lists off all of the actors that are in the movie, but then at the end it says and Greg Grunberg, that's the big finish. Is that like a contractual ask? Like, is that something you demand when you do a movie like this? It's got to be and Greg Grunberg.
No, I didn't demand it, but they, Scott and Jeremy were like, look, we want to give you this and at the end because you're in the whole movie, you produce whatever. That was a gift that they gave me. It wasn't something I demand. I usually don't demand. I'm like, if I don't steal my scenes, I don't deserve anything. I leave it on the cut, in the movie. So I got to earn it.
When is the movie coming out?
Pretty soon. It's, like everything else, there's been a shift. It was supposed to come out, and then the distributor was like, okay, now we don't know what's happening. So I think we just made a deal with Redbox and also with, a streamer. So we're going to distribute it that way, possibly Alamo Drafthouse. And they're doing some cool stuff because everybody's shifting over to streaming. But it's one of those things. If people go to Max Reload and Other Blasters on Facebook, you can see just the whole process of making the movie, and all the latest stuff is on there. Plus on my Twitter, I'm announcing about it.
And Greg, talking about making moves, I talked to you. I think when we were preparing to get you on the show, I mentioned that I recently wrote and I'm producing a movie. I'm not ready to announce it yet, but at some point I want to talk to you because I've got what I loved about this, Greg, was I said, hey, I should give you a little cameo. And he went, screw the cameo. Give me like a proper part. Like you're already kind of acting like your own agent. And you made me think, you know what? Actually, there's a part. I actually do have a really interesting part for you that I want to talk to you about when we get the movie up and running, which hopefully will be very soon.
Done.
All right, we're in. Okay, we got you. And in the meantime, Greg, you will be going to JJ and telling him how great the show is and how he should totally do it, right? Because we want him on the show.
Yes, I will definitely do that. Yes.
I want a little virtual JJ sitting on the couch where you are right now.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I want it. And I'm going
to he's got his own action figure. I have a band called the Action Figure.
I'm about to get to that, in fact.
Yeah, Danny and Elijah, you guys are welcome to join the band anytime. We've had a million people at the Comic-Cons. We play Comic-Cons. We kill it. I mean, the band is really, really great. And it stems from the band that I started many years ago called Band on TV with Hugh Laurie and James Denton and Scott Grimes and Efrain Ramirez and Jorge Garcia and a bunch of people. And we've raised a ton of money with that band, and now we're doing Comic-Cons. Now, who knows what we're going to be doing with
you've teed it up for you're the perfect talk show guest, Greg. You've already teed it up for me. I'm gonna run. The thing is, I'm sorry, but I insist. I have to, because it's a talk show thing. I just like doing it. I know you teed it up, but I'm going to do it anyway. And Greg, I understand you brought a clip.
Yes, I brought a clip. Thank you. Let's roll
the clip.
We are the Action Figures, a group of celebrities who banded together to rock. I'm Greg Grunberg. I'm an actor, I'm also a drummer, and I'm an action figure. And so are a lot of my friends, like this guy, and this guy, this girl, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. We've been playing music together in one form or another for years.
Thank you so much.
But the Action Figures brings it all together. We're more than a celebrity cover band. We're a party band that's full of surprises and packed with plenty of star power.
I've loved you on that show for so many years. It's like a dream of mine.
Too complicated, living you to ride. When I was walking in Memphis, was walking with my feet 10 feet on the field, walking in Memphis, do I really feel the way I feel? No. I wish I could be like a bird up in the sky.
The Action Figures, coming to a Comic-Con, corporate event, or casino near you.
Oh my God, Greg.
What I couldn't see what you guys were running. What was that?
I ran the action figures trailer that you showed me.
Oh,
I'm even, I freezed it on the final screen here. Monitor 2. There you go for booking information. And I love that you put it in Comic Sans because there's nothing better than that. For booking information, Brad at bandwagon/media.com 818-618-6246. Get the action figures booked into your corporate event or a convention near you. My goodness.
Yeah. I got to market myself, man. I thought you were running the Insiders clip.
I had some problems with that. And honestly, Greg, I like this better. This action figures thing is just the coolest thing. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I also, because the thing is, Greg. Here's what I like about you. You're a hustler. Like when I asked you what if there's, because I always ask my guests, is there anything you'd like to promote? I felt I opened the floodgates. Because you have so much stuff going on. You've got this Insiders thing on YouTube. You've got the action figures band. You've even got a graphic novel. Tell me about Dream Jumper. I got a picture of it up on the screen right now. What is Dream Jumper?
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, Dream Jumper is a lot of fun. Again, I met my co-writer and the illustrator, Lucas Turnblom. He's brilliant. Met him at San Diego Comic-Con. But I got this idea. My son, Ben, who's now 20, he was 13 at the time, 14. And he woke up and in the middle of the night, he had a terrible dream. It was so vivid, so real. And I was putting him back to sleep and telling him it's okay. I mean, he was really moved by it. And I said, what was it? Sometimes he goes, I said, do you remember it? He said, yeah, it was like, it wasn't my dream. And I said, what do you mean? And he goes, it was me, but I was able to jump in and out of my friend's dream, save them from their worst nightmares.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yes, that was my reaction too. I was like,
who just went whoa there?
Yeah,
who was that?
It's Elijah.
Oh,
Elijah. Yeah. So think about this though. Think about this. Immediately in my head, first of all, I told him, don't go to sleep. Daddy's getting his laptop. We're going to pay for college. I was like, this is an idea that it immediately struck me as so cool, because imagine a kid who's an outsider in school and he's able to jump in and out of all the popular kids, the non-popular kids, whatever. But kids don't remember. People don't remember their dreams. So he saves them from falling off the cliff or crashing the plane or whatever they're scared of. And then he sees them the next day at school, and he's still the outsider, but he knows so much personal stuff about these kids. And it was such a wonderful experience. I told JJ right away. I said, this is a great idea. What do you think? He said, it's not a movie. It's not a TV show yet. You need to own the IP. This is a graphic novel.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Write a graphic novel. I knew nothing about graphic novels other than the ones that I'd seen. I mentioned it to Lucas down in San Diego. We partnered. We did all the work. We made the book outside of coloring it. And then we pitched it to a bunch of publishers, and Scholastic picked it up. And it's on their graphics label, and it's out there, and it does really well. We have 2 books in the series already. And you know, it's been one of the greatest experiences I've ever had, because I love the reaction I get from kids and adults. I mean, it's really a cool concept. It gets dark. There's a nightmare lord that's trying to control the waking world. That's why people walk in their sleep.
Why hasn't JJ picked up the movie rights yet?
He did. So JJ was, yeah.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
Yeah, there was a little bit of not a bidding war, but there was. We went around town before the book came out, and then Paramount really wanted it, and JJ said, "Look, we'll take care of it." Obviously, you know, and he's my best friend. I always want to work with him, so we decided to go with Paramount and JJ and Bad Robot, but Paramount doesn't do animation. They just don't. They're very rarely.
They tried to set up an animation shop a while ago, but it never really came together.
Yeah, so a bunch of projects had run their course, mine being one of them, in the, you know, that from writing. And you get it back. So we got it back, and now we're about to set it up again. And I'm really excited because there's so many different ways to go, but the partners that I've chosen now are just exceptional. They put out some great stuff, and hopefully, you know, it'll become what I hope it will become. But right now, I'm thrilled with what
I'm dropping. I dropped the link to the Amazon page in the chat earlier. I'm dropping it again now. If you want to go check out Dream Jumper, it's right there. Cool. See, this is the magic we can do here, Greg. Is you can pitch your book on the Tonight Show, but people are like, maybe I'll go get it tomorrow. Then they forget. I can drop the link into the chat right now. You can sell books like before you're even off the couch. You've sold some books.
And by the way, the show or the streaming film or whatever it is going to star Elijah Wood. I'm telling you right now, Elijah Wood starring. From that reaction, I've got
is there a part for Danny? Don't freeze Danny out.
Yes, the Nightmare Lord. He's going to with the big
sounds perfect.
I know, right?
Greg, what is this clip that you just texted me? Am I allowed to show this clip? Is this is from The Force Awakens? Is this the deleted scene you were referring to?
No, I wish it was. I wish I had the deleted scene. No, that's just from. That's not from
And
Force
I
Awakens.
am
That's
the
from-
guy that gives nightmares.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Greg is auditioning for you right now, and he's nailing
Oh
it.
no audition. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I'd be
he walks in.
honored.
Yeah, Danny Trejo is offer only.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. No, you don't have to show that clip. That's from the Rise of Skywalker. I was just sending you stuff.
Okay, all right, just cool stuff to look at. Okay.
Yeah, but I do want to talk about the insiders real quick, if it's okay.
Yeah, go for it. I don't have the
on
clip in front of me, but let's hear about it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So there's a side of Warner Media called Warner Media 150, and they've been working with writers for years, and they work on small projects, small budgets, in the hopes of developing writers and relationships and selling projects. And they reached out on Facebook and said, we want to keep the creative community going. We want to support writers and actors. Anybody have any ideas? Of course, me being the hustler that I am, there's a guy, Diego Cantu, who's works with me at my production company, and the three of us, me and Brad Savage and Diego, we pitched them the idea of get the writers, let's write 5 pages or less. Let's use the technology limitations we have right now with Zoom and everybody quarantined. That's why it's called the Insiders, because we're calling it quarantainment. It's the Insiders. And it's kind of like Saturday Night Live. There's sketches. Some of them get a little dark. We've got Dan Fogler and Sherry Shepard and Efren Ramirez, Rebecca Field, Phil Lamar, all these great people, David Anders. And we've done all these sketches, and they're up right now on my YouTube channel. And we premiere them right here on Twitch at LegionM.tv. Legion M is a great.
I've done some work with Legion M. They're great, kind of like nerd crowdfunding. It's cool stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, they're great people, and that way we have a built-in audience. They've been great. They've given us character names and ideas for the stuff. But we've got 5 that we've shot. 4 of them have aired. Over 100,000 views. It's been really a great response. We just got an order for 5 more, and we're having a lot of fun. And the writers are getting some work. And Warner Media 150 donated $500,000 to the Actors Fund. So
like that.
I'm just so proud to be a part of it and be working right now from home and having some fun. So if you go to YouTube/Greg Grunberg channel, you can watch these 4. And then next Wednesday night at 5 p.m., we're doing a panel and showing more on LegionM.tv.
Very cool. One of these days, Adam, we're going to get a show in under 2 hours. It's obviously not going to be tonight. We went almost 3 hours last night with T-Pain because he was out of control. The guests tonight are much more. Jessica, Greg, Danny, and Elijah have all been delightful. But it's still it's because they're so damn interesting that the show runs long. But we are going to try to kind of bring this plane in for a landing. And the way that we do that, of course, is we invite all of our guests to step up to the microphone over here and tell a joke. The worse the joke is, the better. Who would like to be the first one? Who would like to be the tip of this particular spear? Come on, Greg. You know you want to do it.
You warned me about this, and I don't.
Greg, this is Danny Trejo, and I have a joke.
Oh my God! So, okay, Danny, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna the only way. Where's he gone? He's wandered around again.
I'm right here.
Danny,
He went upstairs.
Wait, no, don't go upstairs, Danny. Come back. Where's he gone?
I think he's just.
Did he go upstairs?
Here he is.
Okay, so Danny, come around the desk here. Come around the desk here. Adam, would you like to move out of the way? Okay.
I'm trying, man.
Danny, you need to back up a little bit so that Adam. Okay, now come around here. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna hop onto the host chair and then hop right off again. Look at this, Danny Trejo, guest host.
You gotta
now
get out of the way.
Come this way. Come this way. There you go. Step up to the microphone, sir. And please tell us a joke.
Hello. I'm Danny Trejo, and right now I'm going to be a comedian.
Oh my God, what's going to happen?
Blanket say as it fell off the bed.
What did the blanket say as it fell off the bed? I don't know.
Oh, shit.
All right, okay. I'm taking it. I am taking it. I am accepting that joke. All right, that's going into the system right now.
I like that. All right, I'll step up.
Greg, come step up. So what you have to do is you have to come around the back here. Actually, Leah, who is controlling your character for you, knows exactly how to do it. Let me get this poll up here. So, view results, new poll. Who had? Okay, so oh, sorry, Greg. Let me get out of your way here. A little bit of a traffic jam.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 1 second. All right, Greg Grunberg.
Yeah.
Let's get you ready here. Okay, I'm gonna try not to stand quite so creepily behind you. Okay, so Greg, take it away.
What a great crowd tonight. What a great crowd. Thanks for coming out. I do have a joke that I'd like to throw out. I don't usually do stand-up, but, this quarantine, I'm home with my wife a lot, and I'm a goofball. I like to, joke around, practical jokes. So I accidentally handed my wife super glue instead of her lipstick this morning. Man, she's still not talking to me. Thank you.
All right, I'm taking it.
Thank you. The worst joke ever.
Boy.
I'm taking it. Who's up next? Elijah or Jessica?
I'll jump in there.
Elijah's jumping in. All right, here we go. We've had some good ones so far tonight. This is better than the usual trash comedy we have on this show. All right. Okay, Elijah, take it away.
Shot
Son.
at me?
Take it away. Yes, absolutely.
All right. How do you make a handkerchief dance?
I don't know. How do you make a handkerchief dance?
You put a little boogie in it.
I'm taking it.
Oh my god.
I like it.
Hey!
Jessica, these are tough acts to follow.
Okay.
These are
Cute,
tough acts to
that was
follow.
cute.
Please
Elijah,
come and,
good trip. That was funny.
That was fun.
You gotta laugh out of Danny Trejo. You're not doing too badly. Okay, Jessica, come around here. You got to transition through the host chair. There you go. Jump on and jump off again. You got it. All right, you're good.
Elijah,
Okay,
you're
okay.
sitting on the middle of the couch.
We're all ready. Jessica, you've been an absolutely delightful guest. You've totally won the hearts of the Animal Talking audience. Let's see if we can the big finish with a big joke. Let's go.
Okay. What does Elijah need to visit my island to sell his turnips?
I don't know. What does Elijah need to visit your island to sell his turnips?
A Frodo code.
All right. Okay. All right. The poll is up. It's up for 60 seconds. It's in the top left corner, the top right corner of the chat. And I'm telling you right,
hold it. I've been sitting here waiting. When do I get to open my present?
we're gonna do that. We do that last, Danny. We do that last. Calm down. Jessica is absolutely winning it in a landslide right now.
I love
70% of the vote. It's not even close. It's an absolute barnstormer for Jessica. Well done.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not closed yet, but I mean, it's looking like a foregone conclusion here. Oh yeah.
Danny's been making some ground.
Feel free to. Danny is creeping up behind, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Jessica looks like she's going to lock in first place. Danny is going to be in second place, and poor Greg and Elijah with the slim pickings at the end there. I thought they had good jokes.
Well, the criteria was a bad joke, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I almost went with.
Greg,
Yeah.
shave the mustache. You'll be funnier.
There you go. Jessica, congratulations. 65% of the vote, and I mean I think that might be the biggest margin we've had in a long time.
Thank
That
you.
was really remarkable. Congratulations,
Right,
Jessica.
Thank you, everyone.
Jessica, you just came onto the show and bested 3 of the most talented and celebrated actors in the world. Danny, you just beat Machete at comedy. You just beat Frodo at comedy. You just beat Snap Wexley at comedy. This you're gonna carry this memory with you for the rest of your life.
Machete don't text, and he's not funny.
But you are though, Danny. Machete may not be funny, but you very much are. I would like to invite you now. I would like to invite you now, please, to open your gifts that we gave you before the show. Greg, Leah will take the care of this for you.
Okay.
Danny, Elijah, Jessica, you should all have gifts. If Elijah hasn't already unwrapped his again, they should. We should be good. Jessica, you're going to need to move to let Elijah off the couch. Greg's going to. Okay, there we go. Everybody needs to move. We've got a little bit of a traffic jam here. I'm going to get my party popper out because that's the thing that we
Danny,
do
you got to
next.
move on a. Poor Elijah.
Okay. Elijah's got no excuse anymore. Okay. All right. Please go ahead. If you have your show gift, please go ahead and open the gift.
I don't have anything in my inventory.
You don't? You should have one.
Nah.
Oh, okay. Well, look, here's the thing, Elijah. It's a shitty raccoon. In the you don't want it. It's an awful gift.
It's not
it
shit.
It is, Adam. It's terrible. It's the worst item in the game.
I love it. I love it.
Danny, do you have yours? Do you have your gift? I can see Danny's trying to unwrap his gift right now. You should be able to unwrap it at least, but you can't do anything else with it.
It's a raccoon.
If you want to,
it's a raccoon figurine. I invite you to take that back to Danny's Island. In an upcoming episode of Danny's Diaries, I look forward to seeing where you've chosen to place that raccoon. You know, you got to think about where you want to put that on your island over there on Trejo's.
Okay, you'll be very proud.
I mean, for me, the trash is as good a place as any. You might want to consider that.
Oh my god!
What did I get?
You got the same thing. You got a raccoon.
You got the same shitty raccoon that everyone else gets when they come on the
It's
show.
not shitty. It's beautiful, and it's in the back of the room there.
Oh,
in case
no.
anyone was wondering.
Oh.
There was a sale on
It's okay. It's okay. That's why we give you more than one, because someone always pops off early.
How did you get that?
What, the party poppers? I gave every. Elijah, do you have a party popper? I know. Oh, Danny just blew his off. Elijah, I know I gave you a party popper.
Nah,
I know.
don't have it.
Really?
Elijah, what is happening over there?
I don't know. I missed out on the
Hold on a second. What do I have in my inventory right now?
You
know what,
can't drop
Elijah?
them in
Elijah,
I'd give you
come
one
out.
if I
Come
could.
outside. Come outside. Follow me outside. I'm going to give
Don't
you.
go.
I'm going to get you this
Don't go.
party popper.
It's a setup, Elijah. Don't
We're gonna go backstage. Follow me outside.
Okay, if you go outside here, Gary, go to the
Oh, no.
right.
Fuck, I
There's
just went
a raccoon present over there.
Oh, is
for
there?
Elijah. Yes.
To the right.
Sorry, I went upstairs. Hang on.
That's okay. I just went to the right. There's no raccoon.
Yeah. See, you ran past them.
Oh, did I? Where is it?
Look at all those presents.
Those presents, they're like flowers.
You ran past them again.
What? Where
Keep
are
going.
they?
To the
Keep going,
right
keep
of your
going.
well. To the right of your
To
well.
the right of the. Oh yeah, look at this. These are all raccoons. All right. Okay, Elijah, take one of these. Take one of these.
I'm
And also, I'm going to drop for you right here 10 party poppers. 10 party poppers. Grab those, and then come back inside the house.
accidentally took some
Did you
flowers.
just pick some of my? God damn it, Elijah! You picked some of my flowers. Oh, I just blew it. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Okay.
I want the party popper.
That's where happy
Party popper.
Now I have to put these away. Okay. Hold on.
Danny doesn't have party poppers?
You know what? How is it that when Elijah visits someone else's island, he's the perfect guest? When he comes to mine, he causes chaos.
Leia, why am I so polite? Why am I? I can't control my own character.
Because Leah's controlling your character for you, and she's
Leah,
very
let's
nice.
go. Let's go into the fridge.
Let's
go get something to eat.
okay.
Popping
All right,
them.
party poppers, everybody, please. We got
right.
it. We got it right. Okay.
Elijah, stop playing with the lights.
Is he messing with my lights?
Yes.
Oh my God, Elijah, what are you doing? What are you doing? He looks like he's jumping for joy, but actually he's messing with my lights.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Look, as always, it's been a wonderful, wonderful show. Thank you so much to my guests, Danny Trejo, Elijah Wood, the lovely Jessica, Greg Grunberg. Friday's show. We're doing. God knows why, but we're doing this again in the morning. Less than 12 hours from now, we will be back with video game legend Tim Schafer and Christine Steimer, Andrea Renee, and Brittany Bobbacker from What's Good Games will all be here. That's tomorrow morning's show, Friday 9 a.m. We've got to get onto some kind of manageable schedule because these 4 shows a week thing is killing me. I don't know what I was thinking. I invite you now to please. I know you've just been doing it, but now officially is the moment when you can blow off your party poppers. Please, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh my God, I'm under the light. Oh, I got to take this light down.
I'll move.
God damn that light. There we go. Okay, all right. Okay.
Elijah still has
How do you doing? Oh, can we do the thing where we all run around like mad? Because that was really fun. I want to do that again. Okay. There we go.
I gotta get this. Will be my cardio.
Oh, Danny's gone upstairs. Danny, come back. He got sucked up the stairs. Oh my God, Danny, come back.
Riot in Cell Block 9. Yeah.
Roll credits.
Okay, seriously, thank you all so much. We'll be back here again tomorrow morning. For me, Adam Nickerson, Leah Witter, Kate Stark, all my moderators, everyone else who helps make the show. You're all so wonderful. I can't believe that this is my life. It's totally ridiculous. Thank you so much, and we'll see you all next time.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Greg.
Thanks, Greg. Thank you so much.
This was fun. Thanks for the mustache. Dan.